Welcome guys to my channel. I'm Pamachi. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We are predicting the Canadian Premier League standings for the 2019 season on Football Manager 19. Now of course the Canadian Premier League isn't in Football Manager 19, so I downloaded a database from this guy who created the database, the Canadian Mega Patch database for Football Manager 19. So I'll put his Twitter on screen since he created it, and he should get the credit for it. Now anyway, there are a few things that are a little bit off in it, so deal with that, but it's a very good database otherwise, and the results are very interesting, so please stay tuned until the end of the video, especially once it gets to facilities. That's very interesting. So please check it out, and I'll leave the link in the description for the database and for the guy's Twitter who created it, because it is truly a great database, and you should follow him to get more content from him, because it is quite it must have taken him a long time to create it. Anyway, let's get into the video. Okay guys, here is the predictions. Welcome to the 2019 Football Manager predictions video over here. FC Edmonton finished first, Pacific FC finished last, Forge FC in second, as I think many would expect. Here I'm just looking at the squads, looking at some of the signings, nothing too notable with FC Edmonton except that they signed Richie Laria, who currently plays for Toronto FC. There are some weird signings in this. Forge FC actually spent some money in transfer fees on some of the Canadian Soccer League players. They're not too notable players, but it is a little interesting that they signed some players on transfer fees as the max transfer fee. I think the highest transfer fee was for a player from Blancville to Pacific FC, just for a max of 28,500 pounds, dollars I mean. I was used to playing in pounds. I used to play the game in pounds. And then here are the preview for the team. So HFX Wanderers beat the odds a little bit since they finished 4th place, and actually they were predicted in 7th place. Yeah, you can just pause the video if you want to look at the predictions. Marcel de Jong for some reason was on Cavalry FC, which is a little bit odd, and he ended up helping them out a lot. FC Edmonton's the top scoring team, Forge FC best at hitting the target. Something interesting though is that the most passes completed, 67%, is for Pacific FC, and they had the best average possession. So what's his name? Michael Silberbauer played possession-based football for his team, but they finished last. Here's the attendances. Pacific FC was only at 1,595 because for some reason their stadium set to be 1,600 capacity, which isn't the most accurate to real life. I think it was just a mistake. It might have been fixed in the newer updates. I don't think is the latest update of it. Frank Yallop ended up becoming the manager, the former Canada, San Jose, and Chicago Fire manager. He left Fresno as, I think, their director of football to become the manager, as the players lost confidence in Tommy Wheeldon Jr. Chris Rollocks, Marcus Haber, and Michael Cox are the top scorers in the league, only scoring 7 goals. And Manny Aparicio, former Toronto FC man, has 6 assists, making him the top assist man in the league at 20 years old. And yeah, Marcel de Jong has the highest average rating in the league. If only Pacific FC had him in this game and he wasn't injured in real life. I don't know why he's on Cavalry FC, but anyway, he is. Yeah, I might make a video of this save 10 years in the future, so please like this video if you want to see that. We're just looking around at some of the stuff. It's also very interesting once we get to facilities, as we're doing right now, to see that FC Edmonton is planning to build a 12,000 capacity stadium. So that would be interesting to see how it develops in 10, 20 years down the road. Maybe not 20 years, but I only said it so that the Canadian Premier League was the only league in this save. So it makes it so that it loads quicker, so it might be a bit easier for me. Forge FC still have the same stadium. York 9 FC is moving to York Lions Stadium, even though it says that they're already in York Lions Stadium, which is a little confusing to me, but I guess that's how it is. And then HFX Wanderers is planning to move to a new stadium, a 13,000 capacity stadium. Yeah, all of these facilities are very interesting, and that's why I would want to do this in the future. Cavalry FC planning to move to a 13,000 capacity. They're all searching for a site, so they're not that close into it, though I would expect within 5 years it would probably have a stadium that's already built. Valor FC, of course, staying in the same stadium, as the game doesn't really register that this isn't a soccer-specific stadium, so Valor FC doesn't necessarily want to move out of this. It works similarly like that with MLS. And then Pacific FC's an 11,000 capacity stadium. I mean, they want to move to one. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Please check out that guy's Twitter and his database. I'll leave the links in the description. And until next time, see ya.